Hi guys, Bart and PABrewNews. Just got home from work in a pretty dang good mood. Let's do a beer review. What beer review? A mystery beer review from the Above Average Joe from the Beer Patrol. And I'm going to start with a can with a top like that. That's a little bit taller than a 16, so it has this kind of European vibe to it already. So I don't know what that's going to entail, but let's crack it open and see what we have. I don't know. Scared. Terrified. Can't label out because there is no label. Listen to some Black Goat. Oh, shit. That is dark. That is nice and dark. Spill some on my little. Well, I'm cleaning it. I'm cleaning it as I spill it. Perfect. All right. Okay, up to light. There's a little bit of streaming carbonation, and there's a little bit of a ruby hue at the pinnacle of the glass, and of course there is a big old head on this thing. A big old head. A lot of roasted coffee coming out of this one. Roasty, toasty. A lot of coffee, as I said. A little oat sweetness. Something reminds me of a little bit of an oat or lactose sweetness. Mixed way back there like a baker's chocolate note, but coming all through that. Lots of roasting coffee. A little twinginess of an earthiness kind of coming through too. Getting a little something that reminds me of like a Coca-Cola sweetness in there too. A little caramel. Yeah. Nice little nuances. Unfortunately, there's a lot of streaming carbonation. It's a nicely khaki cocoa colored head, but unfortunately, it's just there's a lot of carbonation too. So there's a lot of head on this one, because I can see the carbonation just from the pinnacle of the glass there, kind of streaming up. Let's see. I don't know if I can get a little bit of a sip through this big old head, so we'll try. Cheers. Ooh. Damn. It tastes like there's some alcohol in this one. I don't know if that's true or not, but it tastes like there was some alcohol in this one. It kind of hit me pretty hard at first. Obviously, I haven't drank it a little bit and stuff like that. First beer of the day. And I don't know. It just had something about it where it hit me with a little alcohol. Let's try again. Cheers. Yeah. It's a bit thin. It's that full side of a medium body, light side of a full body. Again, have a little bit of that burnt caramel kind of tone too. Caramel tones kind of mixing there. Milk chocolate, baker's chocolate. Roasty, toasty, a little bit of copper corn in the background. A little earthiness. Definitely I'm getting that coffee roast still. Ethanol alcohol shining through a little bit, I wouldn't say bringing dark fruit, but the essence is there. I mean, ethanol alcohols are bringing that out. It seems like it's a little bit of a bigger beer. Can't quite estimate where in the spectrum, but it feels a little big. Starry anise, I'd say. A hint of that in there. Just coming to the forefront now a little bit, maybe from that alcohol by volume. And I like the fact that it does stick around a little bit. It does stick around. This would be interesting if it was a beer that I don't like, or don't like the company, or don't like this, because it's not a bad beer. I would definitely say it's an Imperial Porter or an Imperial Stout. I wouldn't mind saying that there's some coffee added, because at least the aroma and stuff has a lot of coffee coming through there. It does have a rich oatmeal kind of sweetness too as well. That is really nice. There are some burnt sugars and toffee notes in the back there as well. Kind of reminiscence of like the additions of different things, like addition of maple syrup, things like that. I'm not going to say it's anything crazy like that. But there's a lot to this beer. So actually, here's the kicker about these mystery beer reviews. I actually hope it's like Guinness. So I could just buy Guinness every day now. I'll be okay with it. Because this has a nice, robust richness. It has something that reminds me of an 8+ alcohol by volume. Which, of course, if it has less than an 8 alcohol by volume, that's it's a deterrent, because this thing definitely drinks like it's a bigger beer. It has a really nice creaminess to the mouthfeel. Kind of telling you there's some oats to this body. There's that toffee tone going out, rolling through there with the caramel and earthiness. Like a lot of times when you get stuff that has a little bit of extra sugars added to it. I'm not getting full-on lactose, but oatmeal sweetness. And I said something that reminds me of some beers that I've had with maple syrup and things like that, but I'm not saying it's going to be in there. But there is a beautiful little bit of milk and milk and baker's chocolate. Earthy tones abound, and really nice coffee kind of coming through too. So whatever this is, it's tasty, and that's the important thing. Yeah. Again, there's a little bit of like a caramel, kind of like a bright caramel in there too, which is weird. Spicy. I wouldn't say it's like full-on spicy, like when you put bourbon in something like that. Bourbon whiskey, because a lot of times you get nice, bright, spicy caramels and stuff like that, but you kind of get that whisk of aroma of bourbon or whiskey. I don't get that whiff of that. I just get that spicy caramel tone with all those roasty, toasty tones, baker's chocolate, dark chocolate, that earthy coffee kind of shining through, copper coin, and those toffee notes. You get a little hint of star anise too. And that just is kind of reminiscing that it might be a little bit higher than around 8+, but I'm not sure. Well, these are nerve-wracking. They're enjoying, but they're also nerve-wracking because you don't know how much you fucked up. But we're going to open it up and see what we have from the Above Average Show, Troll America. And I don't know how easy or hard it will be to get through all this stuff, but luckily I have a knife right here to make it a lot easier. I hope it's really, I don't know. Come on, baby. It's a 2-ordered. It's a 2-ordered beer. That's awesome. It's their milk. It's one of their milk sections. Let me get all this crap off here. Sorry about this. Damn it, Joe. Unfortunately, guys, it wasn't a Guinness. I'm sorry about that. But it was a good beer. Okay. Let me tell you about this beer. This is an Imperial Salty Milk Stout brewed with caviar and champagne yeast. What the fuck? And this is, of course, one of their mounts. And of course, Imperial saltiness. I really didn't get all that brininess, but I did get like those spicy caramels and all those different topping, like burnt flavor notes and stuff like that. So I'm not getting that a lot. It's not that dry of a beer, honestly, for yeast, for champagne yeast. I mean, I've had like Black Ops and stuff way drier. This isn't that dry, but I guess maybe the milk and the oats and stuff like that are definitely compacting that dryness and actually adding the sweetness, because it has a really nice creamy body, as I said too. It's a salty milk stout brewed with caviar and champagne yeast. This is kaboom, splash, arg, pow, crush, bang, waft, crack, bam, zap, wham, vroom, ouch, puff, scoff, smash, pop. Hashtag YOLO Milk. It's ridiculous, but whatever. Okay, let's see what it says here. 14% alcohol by volume, definitely a big boy. I said it was big, and the first sip was big, and it's a big boy. I hope Joe's not pissed that I just said, like, you know, it's got to be bigger than 8, and then I left it at that. I should have said, oh, it's going to be 13.25, you know, that kind of thing. I didn't. But, yeah. Definitely has a beautiful beer. Let's just put it right here. So you guys, I don't know if you guys spin around so you see the two wall too. There you go. Yeah, beautiful beer. Again, I guess I can understand like the salted caramel kind of an idea, but I'm not really getting a full-on brininess or anything like that. I should just had some salted caramel chocolate. It's great. But it definitely has a lot of different layers of chocolate in there. The oats, the sweetness, the burnt toffee, you know, burnt sugars, toffee, earthy vibe. Again, some of those tones, like you add those extra additional sugars to it. A little copper coin in there. This is a nice beer. 14% alcohol by volume. This is dangerously drinkable because I got acclimated to it very, very quickly. Excuse me. Wow. Wow. So 2 Öl. Because of course they're from Denmark. But Imperial Salty Milk Stout. Ooh, salty, baby. Imperial Salty Milk Stout brewed with caviar and champagne yeast. Completely, I'm not going to say I did a good job, honestly. I'm going to say I maybe fucked it up because I didn't get the caviar and I didn't get the champagne yeast. I don't know, should I consider that an epic fail? Maybe. Anyway, this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Thanks, Joe. This was a fun one. This has been Paul from PABrewNews with mystery beer number 1. I got 4 more to screw up too. So this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers. Bye-bye. What a lovely nightcap. Thanks, Joe. Cheers. Bye-bye.